Rishi wants out. We are actually at war with Russia now.
We've got.
They haven't told you.
So say that again.
We're actually at war with Russia now. I met with Andrei Kelin, the Russian ambassador in London, a couple of months ago, and he said that we know that your people are firing those Storm Shadow missiles at us out of Ukraine because you couldn't train the Ukrainians to do it. We know you're doing it, and I mean everybody knows that there are lots of US, UK, French. The French are in there.
I thought it was the Brits were down on the ground and special advisors.
Yeah.
Training sessions and teaching them and showing them.
Isn't that how?
But they were apparently. That's how we started with the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Dude, what the frack are we doing poking the bear? That's really stupid.
They're determined to get us into a war with Russia, and thank God we've got someone in Putin who at least has got some brains.
Mate, now you sound like a Putin lover.
Well, I'm not. I'm not convinced any of them are any good. But at the end of the day, if you look at the facts, since '91, we've moved NATO 1,000 miles nearer to Moscow. They haven't moved nearer to us.
No, they haven't.
And if you think about what we were trying to do, the EU wanted to bring in Ukraine for whatever reason, and NATO wanted it, and they'd have put missiles on the border of Russia. Well, I mean, what did America do when the old Soviet Union tried to put missiles in Cuba 90 miles off the Florida coast?
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't having it, were they?
No.
And if you look back, the Russians have told us for long enough, Ukraine's got to remain neutral. You know, we're not going to let it get them. They've told us this for a very long time.
So hold on one sec. You said Rishi wants out, and then
Rishi doesn't want to be Rishi's told the generals he doesn't want to be a wartime prime minister.
Really? So who's calling the shots? Is it the generals or the prime minister or someone else? Because
it's someone above Rishi. I mean, you don't really think that Rishi and Starmer. I mean, the whole thing's a pantomime in Parliament.
So I keep saying
it's a pantomime.
So I keep saying,
oh no, it's not. Oh yes, it is.
I keep saying that our political system, we have this illusion of democracy. It's BS. It's a uniparty system, and they're puppets. And there are people pulling the strings. Is that what's happening?
That's what's happening. And the next general election, I now realise, and I was beguiled by it for years. I mean, I've won at 4 elections as a Conservative. The next election is not. None of them. They haven't been. It's not a race between the blue and the red team to see who crosses the finishing line. This is a baton handover on all the big issues: net zero, COVID response, the WHO, the trans agenda.
Who's pushing it then? Who's pushing it? Who's pulling the levers?
It's Agenda 2030. It's the World Economic Forum, the 0.1% of the richest people in the world.
The globalists?
The globalists, yeah. The people who make... Listen, to make money, all we'd need is next week's newspapers today, wouldn't we? Well, if you own next week's newspapers, you know what's going to happen and what's going to be reported, regardless of what the facts are. And that's the position these.
So we're heading for war.
And also, yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Well, we're actually already in it. They're not going to tell the people probably till July or August, maybe a bit later. And I think Rishi wants out.
But hold on one second. I mean, if we go to war with Russia, we're talking about potentially nuclear war.
I know.
Do they understand what they're playing with?
Well, we have a nuclear.
We're not playing with fire.
I know, and it goes against all our defence thinking. But even we have nuclear weapons, so that no one would do that to us. So why would we do it to someone who's got 20 times more 30 times more nuclear weapons than we've got?
And not just that, their air defence capability, the S-500, I mean, it's 1,000,000 times better than what we've got. We've got nothing compared to that.
We've got nothing that can stop any of their...
What is it? We've got Arrow or something? I mean, that can't do jack shit with their hypersonic missiles.
I've seen a report that we just do not have any defence for the UK against the Russian arsenal.
Because they've got hypersonic missiles.
Yeah.
We've got nothing against that.
Nothing against that.